right people, I know that they would definitely vibe to it. There's one song on there, I already have a video out. It's called Beauty with Brain. I remember when I dropped the song, so far, these are the list of celebrities that have personally even told me it's good I should keep going. Nikki Samuna, Frederick Nyama, Mr. Eazi, Jae5 of UK. He's a producer as well with Brenna Boy. Ronnie is everywhere. I've had people literally tell me, keep doing what you're doing. It will definitely get there.
Hi guys, welcome to OneplayAfrica, and this is OnePlay Covers. My name is Tina Love Nairam. Today I'm hanging out with Aquarius GH.
Thank you.
Wow, your hat, your shirt, like the combination is.
I do try.
You're looking good.
Thank you very much.
And the spectacle.
Thank you. I mean, you look great yourself, so.
Let's talk about you here, your brand.
Right.
I can see a hat.
Right.
Do you know Kini Eyes? He's an artist from the Volta region.
Right.
His brand is his hat. He always have this hat on.
Okay.
So is that your brand too, or is just something you're wearing like you feel it looks good on you?
Oh, for me, it's just about trying to look good. And, you know, they say when you look good, you feel good. So that's just how I go about it. I look at what I have in my closet. No, I think this will fit this occasion. That will fit it. But my brand, dressing wise, is more like an African style with a touch of Western blend, just to have it both. So as you can see, I'm repping, you know, Junior Me and all of that. So yeah.
So another time we see Aquarius, we see him wearing. Do you do more of the fabric, the African fabric too?
Yeah, I sometimes go that route as well, and then blend it with, like I say, Western sort of trends, just to fit kind of both ways. Yeah, because that also has an effect on my songs that I do. It's not just fully local songs; it's a blend. Yeah, so.
Okay, so let's talk about your childhood, where you were born, where you grew up. Let's talk about the.
Okay, so I was born in Tema.
Hey, TM boy.
Yeah, I'm a Tema boy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I still reside, but I was born in Tema. And growing up, I grew up in Ashama as well as Tema. Because my parents were separated, so I would be with my dad for some time, and then my mom. But most of my childhood was in Tema. And then I blended with Ashama as well. And I schooled in Tema, and obviously junior high. Senior high was ASEC. And then obviously I went to Cape Coast Technical University. So
let's talk about a young boy growing up in Tema, Shaiman. How's the experience like? How was growing up in Tema, Shaiman?
Okay, so with Tema, it was more like the good boy, you know, the respectable boy, because I don't want problems, you know, because I live with my father and then my siblings growing up. So being the youngest, you know, you have to follow certain rules. You cannot behave in certain ways because you'll be disciplined. But when I was with my mom, it's just me and my mom, and she would sometimes go out. So the street people became my friends, people that I roll with. And so it even has an effect in the way I am. Like, I know how to sing like a gentleman, and I know how to sing like I'm on the street because I grew up. So I'm kind of what you call a hybrid of music in that sense. Mm-hmm. So that's how growing up it was like for me in Ashama and then in Tema.
Okay, so who was staying in Ashama?
My mom.
Okay, yeah. And your dad
was in Tema.
Wow. Yeah. I'm just imagining how it will be, because growing up, personally, I'm always afraid, should I say afraid of my dad, because he's very strict. Yeah. So when I'm with him, I'm kind of, but being with a mom, how is it like?
My dad was true growing up. Now he's more relaxed, but my mom is what you say, she's crazy. Like, my mom will fight a man any day, anytime. So this was someone who is really, really, you won't say strict per se, but she's way beyond a disciplinarian type of person. And then she was all about outing and having fun. So I wasn't really that close to her so much. Like, I would stay with her, but like I said, she would go out and do my thing. So whoever that I see around that wants to play with me or wants us to go out, that's how come I sort of resonated with that type of lifestyle in Ashama.
So how has your neighborhood influenced you as a young boy growing up? How has it, which influence has that had on you, your neighborhood?
I would say, in terms of the way I see life, how you approach an individual, a friend, all these factors, they come into play, and that has really helped me understand better who someone is, how you can relate with someone. There's this saying that show me your friend and I'll show you your character, like stuff like that. So growing up in both places, I got to understand that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Some people may have, a rowdy exterior, but you get close to them, you realize they are loyal, they are diehard folks, and there's some that paint a picture of like the Pharisee, like a saint, but you get close to them and you realize there's so many darkness around them. So growing up, the influence was, do not judge a book by a cover. Just get closer, create that part in a relationship, and that has, influenced the way I even process music and all of that.
Okay, so we have this perception that people from Ashaiman are crazy, and being somebody who grew up there, how can you describe what people think about Ashaiman?
To be honest, that stereotype, in a way, it is there. For me, I feel like it's just the way of life there in Ashama. It's not one of the, let's say, urban or rich kind of locations. There are rich places there, but Ashama in totality is not like that. So it's more like you have to hustle to make ends meet. And sometimes the hustle requires doing illegal things like maybe armed robbery or, stealing and all of that. But that perception is still there. But there are people there that are really, really good. It's just that majority people they say bad now spoils the whole. So the bad ones are really so out there. So that gives the perception everyone is like that.
Okay. So a big man like you now, how is the relationship with your mom and your dad?
Okay. My dad, we're still cool. Even today, he was aware that I was coming for an interview. My mom is more, we talk on phone because she has gone back to the north. So it's more phone calls and all. And music-wise, she doesn't really know so much about it, but at least she knows I am doing something, with my life. I have other jobs I'm doing, so she knows I'm putting there. So the communication is there. It's not close-knit as how maybe the perception of a son and a mom would be. Yeah. Wow. That's all good.
But knowing you doing music, what was her reaction?
The first time that I dropped my music video, I remember I told her about it. For her, she doesn't really know much about the music, but she has this perception of who musicians are. So in her mind, oh, then it means like I'm popular, like everybody knows me. That's my son, So she had that mentality that, oh, even she was saying, then it means you're rich. Some of the money. I'm like, no, it doesn't make it stages, but like it's just that we are putting in the work. So for her, she's just excited. She doesn't know so much about it. All she knows is that once she has seen me on TV before, like that's it. And she always sort of like puts in the face of her fellow, ladies, my son is on TV.
Okay, so let's talk about SHS.
Right.
Were you an entertainment person when you went there? Were you like someone who loved entertainment?
I did so much. Shout outs to Asekans, so I went to Asasawa Senior High School, Asek, and over there I wasn't in the entertainment committee, but I was part of a dance group. I was also a musician. By then I was performing in high school, so like everybody already knew me. But then again, I was also in SU.
Hey, bro.
So Saturday I'll turn up. Saturday, Jesus. So it's like that. It was, and then but also I was also like what you call like a shark in school. I was able to earn scholarship. We did this competition. It's like maths and science, but it's the business one. But it was this one that is what do you know? GTV. They used to do it. Dan, I forgot the name, but yeah. It was the whole Eastern region, and by God's grace, we myself and the lady. So I had the opportunity to, further the rest of, SS without paying a dime. Everything was through scholarship. So it's like we try here and then so yeah.
So how did you blend the SU and the, because when I was in school,
Right.
I also loved entertainment, and those in SU they see you like, oh, what you're a devil or something. But you blending SU and entertainment, how was it like?
It was okay. I think then people didn't really judge you so much. It was when something about you comes out, like let's say, hey, maybe you went to steal someone, and that's when you can that type of thing. But other than that, people were like, okay, they see you here. Sometimes they'll tease you with some friends. Hey, that type of mentality. But it was people didn't really judge until a mistake from your end, and that would cause them to be like, yo, bro, so why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But people were just okay with it. I think for me, because I gave results and everywhere, they were okay. Yeah.
Oh, so performing, being popular in school, those days in SHS, we normally go close, like the girls want to be with the guys like, who are popular. Did you have that experience?
Yeah, a little bit. Not too much.
Tell me what one. And to know.
So okay. So it was more like when you're popular or when you have that fame in school, they just want to get to know more about you or want to get closer to you. Some of them, they would want to date you, if I should put it in that sense. And so you just go with the flow. I think it's safe to say SS time, some people it was serious for them, but some of us it was fun for us. So maybe you may take it serious, oh my boy, yeah, but I was like, sure.
You were having fun with
exactly.
them.
So no, I don't mean in that sense, but like I mean some people, yeah. For me, I always went with the flow. Like if I was with you, like I'm with you. So everyone would know, because obviously they know Aquarius GH is in music, that's his lady, but I mean I think your lady, you can understand where I'm coming from. There are some ladies, they don't really care that's Aquarius, like they will still approach. So it was like that, but not too much. I mean, I'm not what you call like the ladies man but like I also had that kind of pressure or stuff. But we just go with the flow.
At the tertiary, how were you still doing entertainment?
Yeah, tertiary like this. Aside being a recording artist, I was also producing. I'm a producer as well.
Oh, you're a producer.
Yeah, so that became another avenue to earn some extra money for myself, because I'll produce for people. I didn't have a studio, so my laptop. So I program it, and then we go to a studio to record. So I make money a little bit from that side, and then also when it comes to performing, I did what I could do. It's safe to say that when I was in tertiary, it's safe to say I was the most featured artist. Like I was on almost everybody's song.
On campus.
On campus. Almost. So it's like my name really would spread so much, because I'm a workaholic when it comes to stuff that means a lot to me. I'm very passionate about it. So yeah, obviously academics too, we did what we could do. I mean, I'm not the sharkest, but at least to complete second class upperly, at least I say I try.
What course did you pursue?
Marketing.
Oh, marketing. We have a lot of ladies there too.
Actually,
so being the most featured on campus, I can imagine how the ladies who want to come closer to you.
Right.
And did you feature some female artists too on campus?
No.
It was all male.
Yeah, I've never worked with a female artist.
Why?
I've just been a guy's person. Like I'm a guy's guy. I just like that guy's vibe. I don't know. I really feel comfortable with a fellow guy. We're working on music. Yeah, I just feel like maybe the lady may not get me or understand me, because like I'm a workaholic. Being someone that you can play the instrument, you can produce. It's like your mind is really so music inclined when you're in the studio working. And sometimes with the ladies, those I've seen not work before, sometimes in the course of studio work, they get a call from maybe their guy, maybe someone, something, or there's an issue they want to bring up. Or when they are singing and you like, they should hit this note, they feel like, oh, maybe they're too much my bread, as opposed to a guy that it's like a life or death situation for you because of where you're from. Obviously, some ladies too, they also like that. But a guy with a guy, music-wise, yeah. So I've never worked with a lady ever in my life.
Wow. So would you feature some of those female artists in the industry?
Absolutely. If they want to work with me.
No, you working with them, not they coming to you.
Yeah. I mean,
who would you love to feature? The female artist. Who would you love to feature first?
One person.
One.
That'd be hard. No.
Okay, so the female artist
that I'd love to work with.
Yeah, now you love to work with.
Okay, truth is, I'd love to work with any female artist in the industry who is just ready to put in the work. I'm ready to put in the work. Those that have the audience, obviously they are up there, so I am climbing, so it means I would learn something from them. So people like that, anyone that is at that stage where they have the crowd, the attention, they have that platform, it means I would have to learn something from them. It doesn't matter what I know technically, they are there. So anybody in that stage, I'm willing to work with them. I'll personally, if they say, hey, I heard your song, come and let's feature. The next day I'll book, then I'll be there. I'll track in the studio, you get me some.
Okay, so you're still not getting my point. Not they coming to you, but you going to them.
Right.
Yes, to seek for a feature or something.
So as you mentioned a couple
You
of
can.
Obviously Afia, because Afia is not take out.
Yeah.
It's just Afia to Miss V. To be honest, these are the people that say I would quickly rush to them. Yeah, because of I think the span of time they spent in the industry and what they know. And to be honest, Afia, I could be wrong, so you can correct me. But what I was told is that she can write her own song. So I'm like, oh really? Like she can write, because most of the ladies we know, people write for them. Yeah, I work with Kewa.
Okay.
So I've had the opportunity to see the stars come there. I've seen Becca, I've seen Afia, and I've seen people help them out. But when I heard that she writes it, I was like, then she's on my list. Like this is someone there.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, so let's talk about your music now. How many songs do you have professionally?
Professionally, I have about probably 11 songs out. Yeah,
Okay.
from different times. But currently, I have 5 tracks out on an EP, which is called Singitude. So that is what I'm pushing now. That's the agenda I'm going with now. So yeah, because some of the songs, I had a different name before.
Okay.
So I rebranded it. So in that rebranding stage, I had to start afresh. So with the rebrand, I have 8 songs out, but the previous one, it was 3. So when you say professionally, like I'm adding that one. But for Akure GH, currently 5 songs on the EP. They are really, really
good
hit bangers. I don't know any other name. Hit banger, explosive, blow up, Nimina.
So why did you rebrand?
Okay, because I was studying the industry and I felt like what I was representing music-wise and then the brand myself, I felt like times had changed. So I didn't want to change to fit into what people are doing, but I wanted to change to tap into what people are listening and then harness what I already have as my style, my flow of delivery, and then blend it so that it's like I satisfy both parties.
What was the first brand like?
Okay, I was really more African, like in terms of my dialect was more, and I was too foreign centric, bro, for Semdodo. You know, so it was like, no, I didn't know you know, I got now, but you're Chris Brown, so you had to learn to switch, and I realized, okay, so in that whole switch, I even started studying now business side of music more to understand what is royalties, what is publishing, these things, because when you don't have a label, you need to learn to know these things so that when the label comes, you know how to present yourself to them, or when you are taking that stage yourself, you have a thorough understanding of your worth and then what you bring to the table.
Wow. So I saw one comment under your post, and I don't know whether the person is trying, like, some funny comments. How do you take comments under your post? When people comment under your, does that break you? Does it give you more vim to do, like, to work hard more?
I would say rather it motivates me, because I tell myself this: I won't be the first person, neither will I be the last. I have seen fans tell artists, they will comment something Really, it's just discouraging. I've seen it. Twitter, Instagram, it's too much. So whenever I see those things, I try to pick, imagine someone to, how are you going to react then? I'm like, hey, Charlie boy, let me relax. So because if I forget myself right now and then reply this person, it's like I have brought myself down to this person's level. There are instances where when someone tells you something, it's just nice to reply based off of what the message is. Maybe the message is defamation. It's trying to defame you, like, don't want, you have to speak up for yourself. But usual something that they may insult you, you just let it go.
So that's what you do when people comment?
Yeah, I really don't mind. Like, I don't bother when they say insulting stuff to me. Though, to be honest, it's only one so far since that was on Twitter. That someone really like directly insulting, but mostly it'll be maybe a good comments or it'll be funny comments. Yeah.
Okay, so your music, what should we expect from you? People give us a lot of hope. People be like, oh, I'm bringing Grammy in the next 3 years. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. That's what should we expect from Aquarius?
Okay, so for me, I wouldn't say that like I'm stipulating the next 3 years, the next 5 years. This is what I know about my brand. I have an EP out. It's called Singitude. I have 5 songs on the EP. All of them have the potential to be a hit song. Once it lands on the right platforms, the right people, I know that they will definitely vibe to it. There's one song on there, I already have a video out. It's called Beauty with Brain. I remember when I dropped the song, so far, these are the list of celebrities that have personally even told me it's good, I should keep going. Nikki Samuna, Frederick Nyama, Mr. Eazi, Jae5 of UK, he's a producer, has worked with Burna Boy. Ronnie is everywhere. I've had people literally tell me, keep doing what you're doing, it will definitely get there. And so I feel like I'm on the right track and I just keep going. I'm not estimating the next 5 years I'm going to win a Grammy on it, but I know that once this EP lands on the right platform, I guarantee you people will give me attention. That's how confident I am in these 5 songs.
Have you shot a video for your Beauty with Brain?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
I wanted my sister Tineke Anipa and myself to feature.
Oh no, but like there's another song called 5 Star. It's a love song.
No, we wanted Beauty with Brain.
Okay.
Because I think we have Beauty with Brain
right.
itself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so your social media handle.
Twitter and then Instagram, I am Aquarius GH. Aquarius ends with a Z. Then Facebook and then YouTube, Aquarius GH by space. And of course, Snapchat, Aquarius_music. TikTok, Aquarius GH. So, yeah.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you too for giving me your time.
Hey, okay, so this is One Play Covers. My name is Tina Love Naram. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles. Drop your comments and follow Aquarius G.
One play. Add class to your music.